I assume from the smell that you are not another of my unwanted suitors.
I am not with them.
No. Somehow you don't seem the type. Well now, it's not often I see someone new in my city. Tell me your story, and we shall see if we are friends or not. Well? Or would you prefer to wash first? You positively reek, my dear.
Remember who you're speaking to.
Some call me the Nomad.
Well now, how serendipitously the chips do fall. After 100 years, the Nomad emerges again here in my parlor. Yet, I would expect a sweeter aroma from one of the clan of the Rose. These days, they are all about perfume and performance, not a jot of substance. But you do seem to always be around when the winds of change blow strongest. Such an honor.
The pleasure is all mine.
Not all of it, I assure you. But tell me, Nomad of many faces, what do you call yourself now?
Fire.
Then I'm simply beside myself to meet you. Fire. As I'm sure the prince shall be. After all, you're an interesting person, and this is a most interesting time.
And what is it that makes these times so interesting?
Well, of course. You don't know. In just 2 nights, Seattle's gone to hell in a handbasket. First, this grisly business with my dear Campbell, and then a spree of reckless murders just last night. And now anarchs accosting me in my own domain. Sudden transitions of power, just awfully messy, aren't they? But I have no doubt our new prince will bring a swift end to the turmoil.
Grisly business. What happened to Campbell?
Now that is an expression. Penny for your thoughts?
There was a killing spree last night.
A figure in a bloodied white gown. So I hear. Running rabid through the streets, trailing gore and Dior knows what else. Seems the rabble think a leadership crisis the ideal moment to make a scene. If they had it their way, the masquerade would be more tattered than a whore's brassiere. But we'll catch them. Our pet hive is overly efficient, assuming that brute of a sheriff doesn't lobotomize the culprit first.
So the masquerade remains intact. How much do the mortals know about this murder spree?
Oh, the wayward child's all over their television news and social media. Mortals call them #Vampire Bundy. Nobody's taking it seriously, of course. Quite extraordinary, the number of sins you can blame on mental health these days, but still, you can't be too careful. How many bloodless bodies does it really take, after all, to turn on a light bulb? The kindred responsible will be held to account. You can be sure of that.
Campbell is no longer prince. What befell him?
2 nights ago, my poor child was found outside Weaver Tower missing something rather vital. His head.
What? How? Who?
Luckily, I had a spare. My other child, Ryung Choi. She rules now in his stead, under my careful tutelage.
Is it known yet who slew Campbell?
Darling, the answer is staring you in the face, lifelessly, from my fireplace. First Campbell, now me. Those vile anarch socialists are growing bold.
The Anarchs destroyed Campbell? Unlikely.
How they amassed such strength under my child's watch, I do not know. But I intend to find out.
The new prince, your child, Ryong. Tell me of her.
Young, by our standards, but insightful, considered, decisive, which is the best thing a prince can be. Her only flaw is that she is regrettably contemporary. She has big ideas, as the young so often do. Campbell was already a bit of a modernizer, and look where that got him.
Can you make an introduction for me to Prince Ryong?
I'd think she's rather busy squashing an insurrection. Though I'm sure a little extra muscle wouldn't go amiss. You have my blessing. And you can use your audience to let Ryong know that I require new, more competent security. Someone with a keen hunter's instinct who can accommodate my particular tastes. Now, unless you have something further to discuss.
Tell me more about yourself, Lou Graham.
I was a prince in life and in death. You ask who I am. My dear, I am Seattle. If you want to know more, you can simply visit the Seattle Underground Museum. I hear they do night tours, though of course, the mortals can never give you the full story.
What is the political landscape of Seattle?
We're a Camarilla city, of course, though not, it would seem, as exclusively as I had hoped. I told Campbell not to broker with the Anarchs, but now it's evident that he disregarded my advice. They're mostly made up of thin bloods, you know. Worse than Tremere, if you ask me. At least Campbell followed my advice and had the runoffs branded. Proper kindred deserve to know with whom they're dealing, don't you think?
Which clans call Seattle home?
Aside from Ventru, we host Toreador, an indecent number of Nosferatu, and more Bruja than I'd prefer. There used to be more of Malkavian bloodline, but I find I have little tolerance these days. As for Tremere, well, I suppose it's just Sophia and the Thorn Woman. No Chantry here to speak of, and between us, good riddance. Other dregs from time to time. They come, they go.
What can you tell me about Seattle itself?
Oh, it's a wonderful city. The best of America's intellect and culture. The best music, too, even if the last few decades have been unfortunate. Oh, and our forests, our mountains, free from wolves, too, of all breeds. You're welcome.
I will take my leave, for the time being.
Don't be a stranger, darling. There you are.
I wish to thank you. Your name meant a great deal to the court. They said I could do you a service?
Did I ask for you? I don't... Oh, yes. The gangrel. Do you know of the arrangement? That the court supply me with suitable meals? They sent me a gangrel lout to act as my gopher, to replace... the singing of reptiles in the pulse of the blood. The call of the sun as the dry seeds burn. The red that runs through unfertile soil. The wind that flays sinew from a heartstring. Can you hear it, Nomad?
Hear what?
We were talking of the gangrel.
You saw some vision. What was that?
You can't hear it? It doesn't call to you. That surprises me, after all your centuries. They say it's only for the powerful, the eldest. Of course, you were asleep, and it started after your time. Doomsayers call it the Beckoning. They have it linked to Cain, Gehenna, antediluvians. The boogeymen we tell fledglings not to fear.
And what is this beckoning?
For many, it is merely a feeling, a strange urge. Often there are dreams.
Dreams? Visions?
Then comes the music, sounding in the stillness, in the quieted mind. They say it's the song of Gehenna, beseeching our return to the cradle of civilization, to bleed in the east.
What do you mean by bleed in the east?
Some call it a crusade. They think they can prevent Gehenna by hunting elders in torpor. Such bad manners, don't you think? Lion or stray, if a cat lies sleeping, it should be left that way.
So what do you call it?
A war, darling, against idiots.
Gehenna. I have heard this name. The end times. When the antediluvians will rise to devour their children.
If you believe the myths. The third generation, grandchilder of Cain, survivors of the Great Flood. The mighty progenitors of our clans. Ha!
You are certain you hear this song of Gehenna?
I've heard it for, so many years now. The summoning recognizes my strength. But I won't leave my jewel of a city. Oh, no. No matter who calls. Now, there was another thing. So yes, the arrangement. As I said, the court have sent me a new helper. A gangrel, calling herself Nyx. This is one of that little homunculus's japes, I'm sure of it. A gangrel, to fetch my food.
And this is a problem?
Her attempts have been little better than roadkill. She needs to be educated. Be a dear and have a chat with her, would you? Set her on the right path.
I understand that Ventru tastes vary. What is your preference?
These days, I am particularly partial to the mourners. Those who are not too enervated, either in lust or anger. I find melancholia calms my dreams. It goes without saying that they should be for money. Like fine wine, the older the bloodline, the better. But, flavor aside, they must look the part. How would I explain some piercing-ridden, tattoo-covered strumpet to the front desk? This is the Glacier Hotel. I have a reputation to uphold.
What more can you tell me about this Nyx?
I tune out most of her babble, but it is incessant. Despite my best efforts, I can tell you that never mind was better than rumors. Huh. And that the Idaho steelheads are having a good season. And that the gourmet coffee down the street smells over-extracted. But as for what I know about her, very little. She irritates me.
I will make sure Nyx is educated.
If she's at her post, you'll find her in the foyer. If not, follow the smell of wet dog. Now, run along, dear. I'll see you again before you know it. Fire! How unexpected. Is this business or leisure?
Has the standard of your catering improved?
Significantly. Whatever you told the stray worked wonders. A veritable feast for the senses. You know, just last night, she brought me the most darling young boy. An actor with a face like chiseled marble. Attended Juilliard. I couldn't pronounce his last name, but oh, he was quite the dish.
You have had no more visions? You feel less troubled?
No. To my great vexation, no. The dreams grow only stronger, more vivid. Nothing I can't handle.
Last time we spoke, we talked of matters usually prohibited by the Camarilla. It has since come to my attention that certain texts once existed on these topics. Texts you confiscated. Will you reveal them to me?
And why would I do such a thing? Surely one from the clan of divas would prefer a picture book.
The mark on my hand. I believe these texts may hold an answer.
I see. So, this is personal for you. I do possess the texts you seek. They're hidden in the crypts beneath St. Stephen's Church. You may borrow them.
Well, that was a mite easy. Where's the catch?
My thanks.
But of course, the well-being of my staff is important to me.
I am not your servant. When I have found my answers, I will leave.
But of course, my dear. Just you keep believing that. Now, you should run along. Just make sure that the desert is rust and ochre, and the goddess of wine and honey decays into dotage. She does not see the feast in preparation, nor the 13th guest, as the cuckoo calls it to sup. Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
And who is the cuckoo?
The uninvited guest. The burrower in skin. The broken bread dressed with stone and iron.
Where is the cuckoo?
In the broken places. In the city of the East. A hand before. A world behind.
A city in the East. Is this the Beckoning? Are you called there, Lou?
Oh, again. Oh, it happened again. Leave me, Nomad. Leave me!
Very well. We will talk again.
Fire, darling, do come in. You have been busy. Tell me, why are you here?
If it pleases you, I have a favor to ask. There is a door in the underground. You know of which I speak. I need to get inside.
There's nothing down there.
If she was mortal, there'd be sweat on her brow.
But it could not hurt to confirm that nothing has grown since you last looked.
Quite unnecessary, I assure you. But consider my curiosity piqued. If, hypothetically, I were to consider your request, what possible reason would I have for doing so?
You are not the only one who has had strange dreams. In them, I see a garden.
Eden, so you too have felt the beckoning.
In this garden, I have met someone. They call him the Gardener.
The gardener?
I believe he is a child of Malkav, that he is behind the door in the underground, and he is calling me to him.
That's not possible. Why, that would mean... That would mean... No.
I cannot help you unless we are honest with each other.
There was someone, a Malkavian. I had forgotten. I thought he was gone. My condition. The visions. Perhaps this is no beckoning. But if you are right...
Your condition is an illusion. No beckoning, just a Malkavian trick. He is Sabbat, Lou Graham. Tell me what you know of him, how to get to him.
I am still not sure it's the one I remember. But if so, he was nothing then. A minor irritant, a footnote to history. He shouldn't give you trouble. There's another entrance here in the basement. I give you permission to descend. And Fire, if this is true, his destruction will change everything.
I will end him. For both of us.
They know about the underground. They already have vampires in cages. Anarchs, mostly, but Tolly's losing eyes, ears.
And not his mouth. Pity.
Now is not the time.
If I may interrupt, I have news of some import.
Fire!
Ah, wonderful.
Just in time, Sheriff. You say you have a report?
The sheriff's report can wait. Please, my child, the subject at hand.
Tolly filled us in on the IAO. He's searching for a base of operations as we speak. Annex splinter groups are panicking, and we're dangerously close to Masquerade Breach.
The IAO are working in daylight, hitting anywhere that even looks like a potential haven. We need to lay low.
What we need is a show of strength. Take their leader's head, this mother hen. Show both them and the restless anarchs what they're dealing with. The best defense is a good offense. You agree with me, don't you, Fire?
I would know more of your reasoning, Lou.
Why, darling, I'm talking about symbols. Stalin, Mussolini, Hitler. Figureheads. Take the head off the snake, and what's really left? The body shrivels, and its corpse sends a message. The vermin then scatter, and when they do, you pick them off at your leisure, one by one.
Vermin? You don't mean the Anarchs?
You assume the snake isn't a hydra, and that anarchs can be easily intimidated.
Because it isn't. And they can. You forget they're communists.
In my opinion,
Don't let them do this. Please, my love.
Is there a reason you brought your little pet, dear? This is a meeting for true kindred, not warlock lackeys. Let her tinker with her projects, I say. Keep a dog too long from its bone, and it's liable to whine.
She's here because I wanted her. But that's no excuse for bad manners. You were saying, Fire?
I have dealt with hunters. I did not survive this long by underestimating them.
Thank you.
I'm not asking you to underestimate them. Rion, our sheriff here is more than capable of handling this. Fire put down one threat this very night, and in much the same way. A Malkavian terrorist calling himself the Gardener, the leader of a Sabbat cell.
You found them.
Our sheriff can deal with this IAO the same way.
No. No!
Ryong, dear, give us the room, will you? And take your dog. Fire and I need a little tete-a-tete.
I'll be at Weaver Tower.
You did well.
Are you free of the visions?
I heard him cry out. The gardener. And now, nothing. I feel less burdened. As if a steel pin has been removed. This is promising. More than promising. All thanks to you, my hero. But you're troubled, child. Come, rest your head. Tell Mama Lou what burdens you.
I am beyond you in years and in strength.
Really? Shall we just be two old souls together then, considering why these nights have changed so much?
I thought the mark would be destroyed with him.
Curious. A delayed effect, perhaps?
Or something has been left undone.
Such is often the way.
What do you have against Sophia? Truly. Is there something I should know?
Oil and water, dear. Sophia has always been, well, more like cattle than kindred. It's like watching a circus lion jump through hoops. I find it pitiful, wretched, repulsive. Besides, it's the way she looks at me. It makes me feel seen, and not in a good way.
Who was the gardener to you?
Someone who needed to be tucked away, somewhere they could not cause further inconvenience. But that was the past, which, thanks to you, is now behind us. I see no need to linger.
Did you know what the gardener was when you imprisoned him? That he was Sabbat?
I smoked out the last nest back in 1889. At least I thought I did. If he was with them, he was awfully quiet about it, and so terribly well-mannered.
Thank you for indulging me. I have taken up enough of your time.
Darling, we were only just getting started. But I suppose you deserve a rest. After all, tomorrow night you rid us of the IAO. Cut their head off. Meet with Tolly. He'll point you where to go. I trust you will show your usual loyalty. Ah, well now.
How can I be of assistance?
Always so obliging. I've been thinking about my big return. Seattle has changed so much these past decades. Funny to think that you should know my city better than even I.
And yet it remains your city, now and forever.
So it does, doesn't it? Tell me honestly, forget for a moment that Ryong is my child and I her sire. Do you think she's a good prince?
She is young and she is new to this. New regimes are always tenuous.
Still, you either swim or you sink. A prince doesn't have the luxury of a life jacket.
Have I displeased you?
No, dear. It was just a question. I want to walk my streets, bathe in their lamplight, hear my footfalls on the rain-silvered asphalt. I long to hunt again. I'm sure you heard I had to let go of the flea-ridden stray. My first real foray will require a little more scaffolding, as it were. Something you, as sheriff, will facilitate.
Naturally. My services are at your disposal. Whatever you require.
See? This is why I can count on you. You will scout for me. I need eyes on possible hunting grounds. I prefer to inspect the menu before I dine. I'm in the mood for a young female. And since I feel a newfound spring in my step, perhaps someone a little more effervescent, high-spirited, decadent, oh, positively lustful. I'm thinking black sheep of an old money dynasty. Oh, still bankrolled by the father she renounces into her third Friday night Cabernet.
There's a thing. We know a blood doll of that vintage. Coincidence?
Black sheep, old money.
Don't forget the Cabernet part. I can't abide a Merlot. A Rioja or a nice Argentinian Malbec would also be acceptable.
I have a notion Mama Lou's a fan of the cooking channel. Makes my teeth tingle.
Don't let me hold you up. I'm positively famished. Just find me a likely spot. And Fire, I want you to know, your service has been noted. Keep it up. You're back! And what delights do you have in store, dear?
As it happens, there is someone I found who matches your particular request exactly. She calls herself Verona. She was Isabella's blood doll.
Really? How utterly fabulous. You know, Isabella was always lauding those girls over me. How divine they tasted. The buttery, complex bouquet. Ugh, how fun it would be to play with her.
You know, if you wanted a backup for Rion, Verona does fit the Ventru profile. She could be a candidate.
And what would you know about any of that? Who are you to even suggest such a thing? I suppose you have my best interest at heart. I will consider it. Now, will that be all for tonight?
I have some questions of a personal nature.
Your interest is flattering. Ask away, dear.
There was an exhibit about you in the underground tour.
Don't tell me you listened to that hogwash. People started to notice I wasn't aging, so I had to fake my departure. And some malcontent from one of the brothels saw fit to tell everyone I died of syphilis. Syphilis! But in the end, I had the last laugh.
And what was that?
They used to call me the Queen of the Lava Beds. Not literal lava, of course, but for her, I tried to make an exception. I calculated her worth in gold based on her profits, melted it down, and made her lie in it. She was my dining table for years. Oh, but too much gold can be so awfully garish.
I am curious about your relationship with Rion.
What about it?
You have a lot of influence.
My child and I are usually of one mind. Important when siring to share similar values. Every so often she needs a little more encouragement, but we soon find accord. One way or another.
I wish to hear of your embrace.
Oh, that old chestnut. I remember it almost like a coronation. It was raining that night. My sire was one of the gentlemen callers at my establishment. He seldom wanted one of my girls. He was always more interested in me. One night, he got me alone and asked about my prospects. A German immigrant running the most prestigious brothel in Seattle. He asked if I wanted investment, mentorship. I said no. He liked that. I remember my face in the looking glass after he embraced me. The rain, the soul of the city, shining in my hair like a crown of diamonds. And I knew then what I was and what I would be. We don't have monarchs in the States, not officially. But every time it rains, I'm reminded of my crown.
Does your sire walk among us still?
What do you think?
The night grows long. I will leave you.
Sleep well. You know, I have the strangest feeling that all the chips are about to scatter across the table. I hope to see you again after they do.
How did this happen?
The gardener's destruction was not the end. The snake was, in truth, a hydra. Make no mistake. This was the work of the Sabbat.
I see. This is a blow. She never wavered in her support. Not once. And to happen now? I need a moment. Thank you, Fire. You may go.
Is that our beloved sheriff? I hope you haven't come to bring down the mood.
Lou Graham, returned at last.
And it's in part thanks to you.
Why are you here?
Ryong and I are celebrating. I've officially come out of retirement. Of course, I have full confidence in the strong court that my child has built. I'm not here for a title. I thought I'd see the new office and help out Prince Ryong as I can. But did I hear that right? Our dearest little Sophia, savaged by Sabbat cultists. Tragic. Oh, tragic.
The court will suffer for her loss.
I have no doubt she had her uses. But there is another Tremere in Seattle after all.
Enough! What of the culprits?
I destroyed those that I found, but there are still more. The Sabbat must have a leader.
You needn't look very far. After all, who were the first Sabbat, if not Anarchs?
Lou, the Anarchs aren't all...
Child, the Anarchs are nothing but the Sabbat in a new skin.
What are you proposing?
The root of this is Campbell's weakness. He let that filthy Bruja Katsumi build a power base. She has drawn in the weak-blooded and the foreigners and dug them deep into the bowels of this city. She canoodles with nameless sponsors and works with alchemy and perversion. She leads your Sabbat. Her Anarchs must be exterminated.
I won't jump to conclusions.
And why not? Are you not Prince? My dear, your conclusions define reality, no matter how you come to them. And your conclusion will be this: the Anarchs must be destroyed.
The Anarchs must be destroyed.
God damn her for a spider.
That's better. Now, as Sheriff, you, Fire, will take ownership of destroying the Anarchs.
You can't do this, Fire. This is Lou and her ego. This is no way to close a case.
Are you sure this is the best tactic? Benny tried the same, and both he and the Anarchs nearly broke the Masquerade.
It is a risk if we don't do it quickly and cleanly. Unless, of course... Oh, here's an idea. You have one night, to bring me the head of the snake. Destroy Katsumi. The rest can be cleaned up. If you can't deliver, Ryong here will announce an immediate blood hunt on every Anarch in this city. For Sophia.
If this is indeed your final decision.
Say it, dear.
I won't.
These are my orders.
These are my orders.
Well, that's settled. Finally, after so much hullabaloo. Together, we will build the strongest court Seattle has ever seen. Run along now.
Lou's moved into Weaver Tower. She's modernizing, so they say, reasserting her dominance, changing the wallpaper, eating the servants. The prince sent out her black shirts to clean up the jungle, but Katsumi and her motley band fought them off. Lost folks, of course they did, but the Anarchs still cling on in the rubble. Lou has helped keeping the place in check, of course. For whatever reason, the sheriff stayed on. Lou seems to like having them around the place. See, the Nomad remade our city, and maybe our city needed it. Guess at the end of the day, it's